One more time they took the boat to the outer sounds. The fisherman strained his eyes. "What's that?" he said, reaching for his binoculars. "There's your dog, mate," said the fisherman. In a circle of ripples, Tim could see a tiny black nose. "Herbert!" he shouted.
Lines and squares. Whenever I walk in a London street, I'm ever so careful to watch my feet. And I keep in the squares, and the masses of bears who wait at the corner all ready to eat, the sillies who tread on the lines of the street, go back to their lair, and I say to them, "Bears, just look how I'm walking in all the squares."
I is not a very noble giant myself, but it seems to me that you is an absolute know-nothing human being. Your brain is full of rotten wool. You mean cotton wool, Sophie said. What I mean and what I say is two different things, the BFG announced rather grandly. I will now show you a snozzcumber.
Kingdom of Lion, who reigns from the sun-baked rock, while elephants graze among scattered umbrella trees, where giraffes browse and leopard hides her prey from scavenging hyena.
And on a sunny day, his smile was even brighter and sunnier than the sun. Everybody around him couldn't help but feel cheerful.
The dark. Why are we so afraid of the dark? It doesn't bite, it doesn't bark, or chase old ladies round the park, or steal your sweeties for a lark. And though it might not let you see, it lets you have some privacy, and gives you time to go to sleep, provides a place to hide or weep. The dark is cosy, still and calm, it never does you any harm. In the loft below the sink, it's somewhere nice and quiet to think. Deep in cupboards, pockets too, it's always lurking out of view. Why won't it come out until it's night? Perhaps the dark's afraid of light.
Aliens love underpants of every shape and size, but there are no underpants in space, so here's a big surprise. When aliens fly down to Earth, they don't come to meet you, they simply want your underpants. I bet you never knew. Their spaceship's radar bleeps and blinks the moment that it sees a washing line of underpants all flashing in the breeze.
"Can we come?" asked Lester, as they trailed up the stairs behind her. "No," said Mrs. Large, "you can't." "What shall we do then?" asked Laura. "You can play," said Mrs. Large, "downstairs, by yourselves, and keep an eye on the baby." "I'm not a baby," muttered the little one. Mrs. Large ran a deep, hot bath. She emptied half a bottle of bath foam into the water, plonked on her bath hat, and got in.
One, two. Jack took as many gold coins as he could carry and ran away. But then the giant woke up. The clinking and the clanking of the coins had disturbed his sleep. "Fee, fi, fo, fum," he shouted. "I will catch you, here I come." Stomp, stomp, stomp. His big feet thundered as he ran after Jack. But Jack was too fast for him. The clumsy giant could not catch up.
You can think about red, you can think about pink, you can think up a horse, oh the thinks you can think. Oh the thinks you can think up, if only you try. If you try you can think up a goth going by.
This is a tale of a tiny snail and a great big grey blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sun and the ships in the dock, and as she gazed she sniffed and sighed. "The sea is so deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail," said the tiny snail.
"Matilda," she barked, "stand up." "Who, me?" Matilda said. "What have I done?" "Stand up, you disgusting little cockroach." "I haven't done anything, Miss Trunchbull. Honestly, I haven't. I've never seen that slimy thing before. Stand up at once, you filthy little maggot."
Take some bright green slime, a sock preferably smelly, heat to a goo with mouldy cheese, stir in some strawberry jelly. Whoosh! Bright sparks flashed. Out shot a thing, all swampy green and wobbly. I'm Bob a Blob.
"Have you seen my star?" he cried, but the trees were too tall to hear him. Fox found himself in a quiet, empty clearing he had never seen before. He sank to the ground and fell asleep.
There once was a dormouse who lived in a bed of delphiniums blue and geraniums red, and all the day long he'd a wonderful view of geraniums red and delphiniums blue.
Yet a fierce roar cannot command the sky. Lion can only listen for wind, wait for storm clouds to flood dry rivers and green the land with fresh, sweet grass, remembering Savannah's ancient promise that his cubs will grow strong when wildebeest and zebra follow the rain.